Do you volunteer to light a candle?
I'll do it.
Anyone else?
Open it out.
Thank you. One more candle. Please sit down. Sadhu. Sadhu. Let's do our chanting. Please turn to page 5 of our chanting book. Salutation to the Buddha. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. The three refuges. Buddham saranam gacchami, Dhammam saranam gacchami, Sangham saranam gacchami, Dutiyampi Buddham saranam gacchami, Dutiyampi Dhammam saranam gacchami, Dutiyampi Sangham saranam gacchami, Tatiyampi Buddham saranam gacchami, Tatiyampi Dhammam saranam gacchami, Tatiyampi Sangham saranam gacchami. Next page. The five precepts. Panatipata viremani sikkhapadam samadhiyami, adinādana viremani sikkhapadam samadhiyami, kāmesu miccāchāra viremani sikkhapadam samadhiyami, musāvāda viremani sikkhapadam samadhiyami, suramere majje pamadantana viremani sikkhapadam samadhiyami. Let's read the affirmative vows. Being aware of the suffering caused by the destruction of life, I vow to cultivate compassion and learn ways to protect the lives of all living beings. Being aware of the suffering caused by exploitation, stealing, and oppression, I vow to respect the property of others and to practice generosity by sharing my time, energy, and material resources with those who are really in need. Being aware of the suffering caused by sexual misconduct, I vow to respect my commitments and those of others. I am determined not to engage in relations without love and a long-term commitment. Being aware that words can create suffering, I want to learn to speak truthfully and develop peaceful, kind, and meaningful speech. Being aware of the suffering that an intoxicated and agitated mind can produce, I want to develop mindfulness and heedfulness.
Next page. Homage to the Buddha. Itiviso bhagava areham samma sambuddho vinyācarena sampanno sugato lokavidu anuttaro purisa dhammasārati sattādīva manussānaṁ buddho bhagavāti. Homage to the Dhamma. Swāṅghāto bhagavata dhammo sandhiṭṭhiko akāliko ehi passiko opanayiko paccattam veditammo viññūhiti. Homage to the Sangha. Supatipanno bhagavato sāvaka sangho Ujjupatipanno bhagavato sāvaka sangho Nyāyapatipanno bhagavato sāvaka sangho Samīcipatipanno bhagavato sāvaka sangho Yadidam cattari purisa yugani Anta purisa punggala Esa bhagavato sāvaka sangho Ahuniyo pahuniyo Dakkiniyo anjali karaniyo Anuttarang punyakkitam lokasati. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Next page. Offerings. Offering of life. Ganesarat pelitpene dipene tamedang sina tiloka dipam sambuddham pujayami tamodam. Offering of incense. Gandha sambhara yuttene dhupena sugandhina pujaye pujaniyam tam puja pājana offering of flowers. Vannagandhe gunopetam etam tang kusuma santatin pujayami mulinggatse sipada salurudi pujimi buddhang kusumine nine punyine labhami mukkang pukumpang nilayati yathani dhammi kayu tatayati vinasabhavam. Offering of drinks, offering of water. Adivasi tunu banti paniyang parikampitam anukampam upadaye patiganhatu. Offering of drinks. Adivasi tunu banti gilana pachayam imam anukampam upadaye patiganhatu. Worship of shrines. Vandami titiyang sambang sambadhani supatititang saririka dhatu mahabodhim Bunderupam sakalam sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Next page. Wish of well-being. Vipulang alantang tansanu bhavi ngatante Reflections on the teachings of the Buddha in English. Mind is the forerunner of all experiences. Mind is chief. Mind made Ade. If one speaks or acts with an impure mind, suffering follows like the rain that follows the foot of the ox. Mind is the forerunner of all experiences. Mind is chief. Mind made Ade. If one speaks or acts with a pure mind, Happiness follows like one's own shadow that never leaves. Generosity, kind words, benevolent actions towards others, and equanimity towards all beings and all things. These bonds of sympathy function in the world like the link in a moving car. One by one, little by little, moment by moment, wise people should remove their impurities, as the smith removed the dross from silver. For one who mindfully develops boundless loving kindness, mental defilements are weakened, and the freedom from killing is seen. All conditioned things are impermanent. When one sees this with wisdom, one turns away from suffering. This is the path of purification. All conditioned things are unsatisfactory. When one sees this with wisdom, one turns away from suffering. This is the path of purification. All things are not self. When one sees this with wisdom, one turns away from suffering. This is the path of purification. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Good evening, dear spiritual friends. We welcome you all, both our spiritual friends who are participating in person and also joining with through YouTube, our online friends. We welcome for our regular Wednesday meditation. Now it is meditation time. After our chanting, now we are going to start our meditation. Before we start our meditation, uh, you can rejoice yourself coming here or in front of your computer that you decided to do this meditation, to spend these few minutes to develop your spirituality within yourself. So first of all, you can rejoice that the decision that taken by yourself with the spiritual friends who are going to do meditation. Now you are going to practice the meditation originally taught by the Buddha. So deeply appreciate yourself, appreciating. Now we can make a determination before we start our meditation. The determination is that we can make this determination like this. I will engage in a committed practice. I will make use of this wholesome space, this wholesome gathering, this wholesome guidance. I will engage in a committed practice. Make that determination now. With that determination, we can bring our awareness to listen to the bell and to do our chanting that Namo Buddhaya. During the bell, you can bring your full awareness to be with the sound of the bell. And mindfully we can chant Namo Buddhaya. After our chanting At the end of our chanting, Bhante Punna will guide us to do our meditation. Until the very end of the sound, be with the sound. It will help you to settle your mind and body further and further.
Dear spiritual friends, it is our precious time that because we directly change ourselves, rearrange ourselves in this meditation. In meditation, we cultivate, we cultivate wholesomeness, and we remove the unwholesomeness, removing unwholesomeness and cultivating the wholesomeness. It's a very significant change, transformation. For this transformation, we need a dedication. We need a firm dedication, firm determination. At this moment, by observing precepts, deeply venerating the great noble spiritual teachers in the past, deeply appreciating the great noble teachings which rendered for the benefit of the mankind, deeply appreciating the, the spiritual role models in our human history. Right now, we bring our awareness. We bring our awareness to the present moment right now. We will scan our body from the top of the head to the tips of the toes, from the skin to the internal organs. We feel our body. We can have various types of feelings right now in this body. Mainly, we address if there are any unpleasant feelings in the body. They are the troublemakers. Deeply feel your body and notice any pressure, any tension, any so called unpleasant feelings. In your body and feel them, and gently we just let them go and relax the body. The physical preparation, the physical stability, the physical balance, the peace in the body is very, very important to reach the peace in mind. Draw your attention to your forehead, top of the head, and back of the head. Feel your forehead. If you notice any heavy feelings, any tightness, any pressure, any stress due to the rough conversations, rough thoughts, rough memories which occurred while you are dealing with the different situations. Right now, we just let them go and relax and relax and relax. Just drop down and relax, relax, relax. Feel your eyes. You have closed your eyes gently and let them to be in a relaxed position. And just relax further and further. Feel your facial muscles. To relax the facial muscles, we invite very gentle and genuine smile. We maintain this smile to welcome ourselves. We maintain this smile to present ourselves and deeply appreciate all other spiritual friends and all beings. Feel the miracle of this smile. It brings such a great peace onto your facial muscles, and it travels all over the body. The smile is very, very helpful to relax ourselves. Sometimes it might be a little bit difficult at the beginning, but when you feel the peace, you are able to maintain your beautiful smile. The ability to smile is a skill. Feel your both shoulders, upper arms, lower arms, palms, and fingers, and just drop down and relax, relax, relax. Feel your chest muscles and thigh muscles, outer and inner, and just drop down and relax, relax, relax. Feel your back muscles, upper and lower, and relax, relax, relax. Feel your sitting muscles and relax. If you feel that you notice there's developing any numbness due to the pressure, very gently reposition yourself and relax. Feel your thigh muscles, knees, lower legs, heels, ankles, sole of the feet, to the tips of the toes. And relax. Relax the body. Relax the body. If it's still some sort of pains, ongoing pains in the body still there, just try to be okay with them instead of resisting. You fairly nicely, gently prepare yourself to just to be with them, just to be with the pain. And very gently let body to be in this posture. Let body to be in this posture in a way you disentangle and disengage and draw your attention to deeply notice the verbal purification. In this meditation, most of the time you are in very deep silence. Sometimes you might be experiencing white chat, but still feel the purity of your verbal preparation. letting them to be there and observe your mind. In our mind, we have memories. The memories are not always pleasant. Still, you notice some memories are disturbing for your peace in mind. Only the thing that you can do very quickly and gently, deeply understand they are memories. They have already gone. And then let them go. Let them go and let them go and let them go. Future, sometimes we become anxious for the future. We become hurry to reach our goals. Sometimes we become worry about our future, but deeply, deeply understand the future is not yet come true. Nothing to worry, nothing to be worried, nothing to be anxious. And let them go, and let them go, and let them go. Bring your full awareness to the present moment. Right now, you are here. Right now, your awareness is here and now. You are in a very pleasant state of mind, the pleasant state of verbal preparations. It is a very pleasant state of body. The surrounding, you have wholesome spiritual friends. They all are preparing themselves to practice their deep meditation, and you are in the midst of this beautiful gathering. Just relax and observe your beautiful moment right now, the pleasant present moment. Observe your mind deeply. Still, if you notice that there are some sort of defilements are bothering, deeply understand. Try your best to come into the present moment, letting go the past, letting go the future. Be in the present moment. The present moment is very virtuous, very wholesome right now. Observe the purity of your mind, clarity of your mind, peace in your mind. Being in the present moment, having this relaxed, peaceful mode, now we will prepare our mind to engage and cultivate the wholesomeness. Only we can cultivate wholesomeness in this kind of very calm, silent, relaxed, fully prepared moment. We cultivate first Loving kindness. We all need the loving kindness. We all are seeking the loving kindness support, loving kindness appreciation, loving kindness joy from the outside. But right now, we know we have a great capacity to cultivate loving kindness within, to recognize the gravity and the depth of the loving kindness. We use a simile given by the Buddha to understand the loving kindness. A lovely wise mother who takes care of her only baby. What sort of thoughts is she having? Such a great loving kindness wise mother is having. Beautiful loving kindness. Loving kindness. In her loving kindness, there are many aspects, many facets. She is having enormous, powerful, forgiving thoughts, compassionate thoughts, appreciative thoughts, generous thoughts towards her only baby. Deeply observe and ponder that you are also have same skill right now to cultivate these great qualities, many facets, to grow loving kindness within. First, we will grow them in our mind. Compassion, compassion, tolerance, patience, appreciation, forgiveness, courage, determination, truthfulness, generosity. They are great, great qualities. They are very helpful to maintain the good health in our mind. To maintain the good health, peace in our mind, we have to cultivate all those beautiful, great qualities. They are the great qualities of the loving kindness. They are the different facets of the loving kindness. Now observe your beautiful mind. Right now you have loving kindness within, with the support of compassion, tolerance, patience, forgiveness, appreciation, and generosity. Observe the beauty of your mind. Feel the beauty of your beautiful mind. You have, you can have those powerful thoughts in your mind. You can reach, you can grow loving kindness within. Now you have a loving kindness mind, loving kindness thoughts, loving kindness mind. Your mind is like a blossoming flower, many colorful petals, and the nectar in the middle. Feel the loving kindness. This is not easy. It is a wonderful experience right now. We will spread the loving kindness into the body from the top of the head to the tips of the toes. We will deeply appreciate this wonderful, wonderful gift, the body. It is a gift given by moms and dads, protected and maintained and received the support from the nature. It has its own rhythm. It has its own maintenance system, breathing in and out. It is a miracle, breathing in and out. Deeply appreciate this body. Deeply, deeply appreciate this wonderful, wonderful, wholesome gift. And radiate loving kindness to the body. Don't be upset on the pains. If you upset on the pain, you will be, you won't be able to cultivate and continue your loving kindness. Completely you submerge in loving kindness and radiate loving kindness from the skin to the internal organs, from the top of the head to the tips of the toes. The skin, the muscles, the bones, may they be well, be healed, be healthy. Radiate the loving kindness to the internal organs and systems. Lungs. Deeply appreciate this natural rhythm. In breath and out breath. Deeply appreciate the supportive parts to appreciate. Deeply appreciate all the supportive parts of the respiratory system. May the respiratory system of this body be healed, be healed, be healed. Deeply appreciate this heart, cardiac muscles. May this cardiac muscles and the cardiovascular system be healed. Deeply appreciate this digestive system. Radiate loving kindness. May the digestive system of this body be healed. Kidneys, the genitourinary system of this body be healed. Radiate loving kindness to the central nervous system and the peripheral nervous system, brain, spinal cord. Deeply, deeply appreciate this entire system and all the other supportive systems, organs. They all are working hard to maintain the good health right now. It is a blissful moment. You can really become content. May this body and mind be healthy, be healed, be wholesome. You can share your loving kindness with your spiritual friends, same as you do. May my spiritual friends also be able to cultivate loving kindness mentally and physically. May you be well. May you be happy. May you be peace. Expand your loving kindness further and further to all people in your neighborhood, in the neighboring neighborhoods, in the cities, neighboring cities, the counties, neighboring counties, state, neighboring states, throughout the nation, neighboring countries, all around the world. May all people be healed, be healthy, be peace. Radiate your loving kindness to all beings, visible and invisible, near and far, large and small, long and short, in the direction of your front, back, left, right, above, and below. May all beings be well. May all beings be well. May all the trees, plants, and creepers be well, be healthy. Feel your loving kindness within. Feel the peace that you earn through the loving kindness. Establish on your peace in mind. Maintain the loving kindness thoughts to grow the peace in your mind. One pointedness towards the loving kindness. Pleasantness of the loving kindness is remain in yourself. We maintain loving kindness within. We radiate loving kindness to all beings. Right now, enjoy your loving kindness in this meditative moment. Deeply, deeply experience the peace, peace in mind. May you be well. May you be happy. May you be peace. Dear lovely friends, use your loving kindness awareness to practice breathing meditation. Breathing meditation so simple, and just observe the natural breath. First, you can notice and you can do mindfully in breath and out breath. Slowly maintain your full awareness and observe the natural breath, breathing in and breathing out. Practice breathing meditation. Maintain your full awareness, collecting and recollecting again and again. Nothing to be worried about the running away. Just bring back and observe the natural breath. Practice breathing meditation.
දුක්ඛප්පත්තාච නිදුක්ඛා භයප්පත්තාච නිබ්භයා සෝකප්පත්තාච නිස්සෝකා හොන්තු සබ්බේපි පානිනෝ. May all those who are suffering be free from suffering. May all those who are in fear be free from fear. May all those who are grieving be free from grief. May all beings be well and happy. Gently come out of your meditation and gently put your palms together and place them against your chest. Let's take a moment to feel grateful to all for having this wonderful opportunity in our life. Let's be grateful to all the enlightened masters and the teachers in the past who passed this teaching, this technique, this practice to generation. And also let's appreciate the instructions and the guidance that we received for our meditation. And also let's be grateful to anyone help us to do this meditation comfortably today at home. Here, deeply appreciate the support. And also we will appreciate the support of even these non-living things. The cushion, the chair that you are sitting on, this bell, the device that help to connect to this meditation. Appreciate the support of all of these. Appreciating, let's say sadhu 3 times.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Bante, can you hear us?
Yes, man. I
can hear you.
Okay, now it is our discussion time, Bante.
Yes, I was following the meditation.
Okay.
I'm here for deep meditation. Okay. I think we have requested our friends to give us the topics and themes or questions that they like us to discuss on our Wednesday meditation sessions. We received only a few, but invitation is still open. So if you are interested in knowing on a specific topic or theme, please let us know so we can talk around those themes and topics. Yes, Bhante, I thought to have a discussion about the same topic we discussed last week, maybe an extension of that topic. I think in our discussion about how to overcome defilements, I think we talked about food, how we feed our defilements. So we started to talk about thoughts. I thought we will talk about thoughts today. About thoughts. Yeah, thoughts. Because we all are capable of thinking. I think one of the important human capacity is to think. But we can think, we can rationalize, we can imagine. So it's a kind of privilege, or maybe kind of a blessing that we all have, that we can think a lot. But I think when we think about that capacity a little bit deeply, we realize that sometimes this capacity for thinking and these thoughts are not always helpful to us, because thoughts sometimes bring us to certain directions that we don't want to be. So as we learned last week, thoughts can be fuel, can be food for our defilements too. So let us try to understand how thoughts can feed our suffering, and then let us try to understand what are the techniques that we can use to overcome that. So here we need to distinguish few important things in our life. So we have direct experiences of things, like we experience things with our ear, nose, tongue, and ear. So we have direct experiences, and then we have thoughts about those experiences, right? And then these thoughts can lead us to certain emotions. So these are very important steps in our in the way that we relate to this world. We have direct experiences. Let's say we see something, we heard some statement of someone, we smell things, we taste things. So those are the direct experiences. But we don't stop there. And we start to think about it. We start to interpret those things. Whatever we heard, we heard a voice, we heard a statement, we heard someone's viewpoint, and then we don't stop there, we think about it. We interpret it, we try to make sense about it. And in that whole process of thinking, we try to bring our past memories. And we also think about, possible future incidents. And that thinking can lead us to different emotions. So if our thinking is in a wholesome direction, that can lead us to experience good emotions, wholesome emotions, maybe pleasant emotions. But these thoughts can also lead us to experience unpleasant emotions. And actually, even we don't stop there. After a while, we can also develop certain patterns, and certain habits, habitual patterns in our life too, as a result of that. So this is how we live in our world. When it comes to thoughts, so I think if we handle our thoughts, because thoughts are the one that connect us from actual situations, actual experiences, actual sensory experiences, and to emotions, the thoughts are the one that connect these two things. So if we really know about these thoughts, we can manage a lot of emotions and our habitual patterns too. I think so. We usually, whenever although we need this capacity for thinking to like make sense of what we see, hear, and smell, and most of the time, I think we think more than we need. Right? So it is about limit how much you want to think. Let's see. I would like to give an example. Let's say. Usually, let us get an example for unpleasant experience. Unpleasant experience. Let's see. And you got a text from someone, and maybe it's a short reply. So maybe you expected a long reply, but you got a short reply. Or you saw someone has parked a car in the wrong place. Maybe a place that you're supposed to park, someone has parked their car. So this is a real experience. So you encounter it, you either saw it, you heard it, you read it, and then we think about it. But thinking has no limits. That's the point. It has no limits. We can go to all different directions, and we can have all kinds of thoughts. We never know in which direction we may think. Without really, understanding, without really being in the actual experience, actual situation, we can start thinking, interpreting, and coloring the experience in all different ways. And most of the time, we will start a thinking pattern that will ultimately give rise to unpleasant emotions and miserable emotions, and then eventually it will also feed a certain pattern in us. Therefore, we really have to pay attention to thoughts that we develop based on actual experience. Actual experience can be pleasant one, unpleasant one, or maybe neutral one. But then the thoughts we develop afterwards are going to decide, what kind of emotions we are going to have. So, I remember sometimes actually thoughts themselves, sometimes thinking itself may not be really a pleasant experience. And if you start to think, let's say someone has parked the car, and we think that okay, this person really want to offend me, and this person has done this before too, and today he has done this purposely. Why he's angry with me, and I don't know why. And you think about your previous students, maybe I'm doing well, maybe he's jealous about me. So you can have all kind of story around that parking of the car. And then as a result of that, we can experience emotions. But in that whole process of thinking, this thinking happening, we are not aware of, our story making. And in that whole process of thinking about, why this person has parked this car over here, and in that whole process of thinking, it's also not pleasant. But but we can be addicted to that kind of thinking. Even though it is not pleasant, somehow we like to chew on thoughts. We like it chewing, like although it's unpleasant, we can have a habit of enjoying that pain. And then and sometimes even though we want, it's difficult to get out of it. That is why we need to learn more techniques about it. But anyway, there's an interesting story told by a Buddhist monk living in Australia, Ajahn Brahm. I think Bhante Pun knows about him very well. And he has the interesting story that he said that sometimes when we have unpleasant or difficult thing to do, let's think about maybe tomorrow. Imagine that you have a dentist appointment tomorrow. Okay, you have a dentist appointment tomorrow. And so his point is that actually, and thinking about a difficult incident, thinking about a difficult task or unpleasant task, going to be more difficult than actually doing it. And he gave an interesting story. When he was training as a monk in his forest monastery, and so they had this practice that once a month they will have an all-night meditation. And one monk will stay awake and then meditate throughout the night. So it's kind of a routine practice. So one young monk has his turn, and he practiced all night, throughout the night until the morning without falling asleep. Doing standing meditation, walking meditations, occasional sitting meditation, but he completed his all night meditation. And then he went to the master to report, Master, I meditated whole night. So he expected, master will, maybe praise him, maybe give him more instruction, whatever. So once he reported that I completed my whole night meditation and I didn't even fall asleep a minute. And the master, what the master did, master took a big pile of robes and asked him, okay, if you finish your whole night meditation, that's fine, but take this big pile of robes and please wash it for me. So he was given the task of washing a big pile of robes after he's spending all night meditating. Once he got this whole pile of robes, think about it. He was in a forest monastery. You don't have washing machines. You have to hand wash them, and you have to go to well, and you have to get water. It's a whole it's a difficult task, tedious task. So this young monk was so disappointed, so angry that after all night meditation, is this what this my master has to give me? He was thinking, he should be really, really angry with me. This person should really hate me. That's why he's giving me so much this task. Maybe he doesn't want me to be here. He's having all these thoughts. The actual issue was he was given a pile of robes. He's supposed to wash them. But these monks can have all kinds of different thoughts. Then Ajahn Brahm, who told this story, came to this young monk and told him, brother, this is exactly what this master did to me also when I was a young monk. And this is his testing. He is now giving you this unpleasant task. That's for you to check your mind. Have you grown in your meditation? And if you have a real all-night practice and other practice of meditation, can you handle an unpleasant situation? When you encounter unpleasant or maybe situation that you dislike, how you handle it? And this is what this master is doing to you. This is his experiment. It's allowing you to check your own mind. And then Ajahn Brahm gave a very important advice to this young monk. Actually, brother, washing this pile of robes is not that difficult actually. What really makes you mad and upset is that actually thinking about this tedious task is more difficult than actually doing the washing. And once this young monk heard about it, he realized the lesson behind this difficult task. He went to the well and then took the water and did the hand washing and everything. He was able to finish the whole task within less than an hour, and finish all the clothes and then present that back to the master with a smiling face, knowing that, Master, I knew what you were trying to teach me, how to deal with an unpleasant situation. So I think he passed the test. And so the point here is that sometimes if you have a difficult task to do, it could be a difficult meeting that we are going to have with someone, a difficult conversation that we are going to have, maybe a test that we are going to have, maybe like dentist appointment or whatever, maybe some work that we have to do at home, some repair work, something. Maybe some painting you have to do. We are doing some painting these days. So when we have these things, but if we start to think about it, how difficult it's going to be, or what could happen, what can happen, and what can happen in that meeting, what things will come in that test, if you start to think about it, it's going to be more difficult than actually going and facing it. So most of the time, our thoughts can give us more burden than the actual burden of the task. Sometimes our thoughts can make situation more unpleasant than actual unpleasantness of this incident. So therefore, my friends, we really have to find ways to to reevaluate these thoughts. The thoughts are important, helpful for us to make sense of the world, but sometimes we do more than we need, and sometimes they're not necessarily helpful. They're unnecessary sometimes. So whenever we are going through some pain, some suffering, some difficulty, the important question we have to ask, am I suffering because of the situation? Or am I suffering because my thinking about the situation? Sometimes situation or events can be very momentary. Maybe someone just made a bad, negative comment about us, only a few seconds. But then our thinking about it can be longer. Maybe it's something we have to do. It will only take 5 minutes, but thinking about it can take us a long time to do it, to suffer. So, am I suffering because of the situation, or am I suffering because of my thinking about the situation? That doesn't mean that we should not think at all. We just have to be a little bit cautious about our thinking, whether it's bring us to some productive activity, whether it's bring us to unnecessary suffering. So, but I think the important point is that what we can do. Okay, now we understand the problem, but the issue is what we can do, right? Any suggestions? Any suggestions from our friends? What we can do with our thoughts?
Distract ourselves.
Replace them with positive thoughts.
Wow. Bante,
Mm-hmm.
how does she know that?
Mm-hmm. Because she came for the meditation and I didn't see. She replaced some positive thoughts at even in
Even right
meditation.
now,
Yeah.
she just did it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, that is the one of the best technique, Bante. Is that right?
Exactly.
To replace.
Redirect and replace. Yes.
Because we cannot avoid. We cannot stop actually thinking.
At once, yeah.
Yeah.
At once, yes.
And so instead of thinking some sort of negative thoughts, why don't you think about something positive?
Yeah. Maybe, if you have an appointment with your dentist, maybe you can think about some positive things, going and meeting. Maybe what's benefit I'm going to get after going there. Maybe actual experience is not going to be that difficult. Maybe you can think about other pleasant things in that whole environment. Maybe beautiful painting you can watch while you are being treated with, with your teeth.
And Bante, unfortunately, most of the time we train ourselves to see the negativities of things around us. There are a number of positive things and activities, positive effects, the results around us. But mostly we have trained ourselves to see the negativities. That is why
catch the negative and focus on that.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, and we very easily become upset, and finally it becomes a habit, and that is how we cannot finally we cannot get out from that, and we stuck in there, and it is so sad finally, and we cannot even help when you stuck there. We cannot even help that because you obsess into that negativity. So it is a good suggestion. Actually, we all have to think about that. Always replace with some positive and resilient and nice thoughts.
Yeah,
Because
so it's important.
thoughts are occurring, Bante. Thoughts are occurring constantly.
I think, that's important term, Bante. Thoughts are occurring is important term because we take an ownership of our thought. In our language, we say that I think. But actually, we don't think. that sentence I think is grammatically correct, but realistically wrong. Because I think doesn't happen most of the time. Because we don't purposely think. Most of our thoughts are intrusive thoughts. They're like uninvited guests. We rarely think. Most of the time thoughts occur. So I think, again I say I think.
Thank you so much, Bante. You right away you I think that is the mindfulness that help us always. We use the terms that because it is a kind of habit. But on the other hand, if you are mindful and you can maneuver yourself, that's what you did, Bante. Thank you so much for your best example for us.
Let's talk about another technique, Bante. One important technique, as I think, as Dana mentioned, replacing the thoughts. So like we focusly...
Not Dana, not Bante. Priya.
Oh, Priya.
Yes.
Thank you, Priya. So we purposely think about
and
something.
Dana also doing that.
But at the same time, one very important technique to break free from this cycle of thoughts is actually to learn to feel the body. Because the thoughts are always happening in our mind, in our virtual world. So when we are thinking, we are not in reality. We are not in our real experience. So training our mind to feel the body, sense the body, like where I'm sitting now. How do I feel in my feet? What do you feel in my buttock? How do I feel my clothes? And how do I feel this breeze coming to me? What is really coming to my senses? So tuning our mind to like sense the actual sensory experience occurring is a very good way of breaking free from unnecessary thoughts. So I think that's what I really appreciate when Bante can guide the meditation. In the beginning, he really tried to help us to pay attention to sensation. They are very simple sensation of touching the body with our chair or cushion, but those are so helpful. Imagine that you are driving and you have all these thoughts occurring, you develop fear and anxiety, and thoughts can bring us to fear and anxiety and all kind of uncertainty and feeling, all kind of, emotions. But if you can remind ourselves at that moment, okay, where am I? Am I really having a conversation with that person? Or am I really having that bad, incident? No, I'm here. I'm driving. I'm holding the steering wheel. I can feel the car seat. If you can come to that awareness of the body, oh, I'm not there yet. I'm here. And relax and really come to that actual reality. And that can help us to prevent us from having unnecessary thoughts. So using the body, training our mind to feel the body. And at the same time, related to that is the breath. Right, Bante, the breath.
Mm-hmm.
Being aware of the breath. And then even the change in the breath can also break the cycle of thoughts.
And also, Bante, in the best practice that we can just train ourselves to let go. The letting go is the best practice that ever we can do, Bante.
Yes, Bante, yeah.
Yeah, because
So,
most of the time we try our other techniques as we discussed.
That will be the Bante like a last and the most advanced technique, right?
Yeah.
So I think if we line up these techniques, what we should do at the primarily and what we can do next and next. I think the first one would be the primary technique would be training and feeling the body, rather than dwelling in the thoughts and try to feel the body. What I'm really experiencing now? What is really here now? And that will be one primary technique. Maybe then the more advanced technique will be catch our thoughts and be aware of the thoughts and knowing that that's not going to help me, and then purposefully replace the thought, purposefully focus our mind on a different thing, maybe a pleasant thing. And then, of course, as Bante mentioned, the more advanced technique would be
Because
like,
Bante, I thought that the times is going past,
oh,
so I
God.
thought that let them go. No.
Maybe before we end on, the last technique would be simply this a basic understanding that our thoughts are not real.
Mm.
It's a secret. It's a secret, but share with everyone. Our thoughts are not real. We take our thoughts more seriously than we should take them. Because whenever we're having these thoughts, we tend to believe them as true. Thoughts are not real. They do not correspond to any reality in the world.
Then, Bante, I think that we can extend this discussion for the next week, because I think there's a good the discourse given by the Buddha,
Yes.
Madhupindika Sutta, and we can have a short presentation for them, and we can explain that because Bante actually in that discourse explain what exactly you talk in this entire short speech, and Buddha nicely explained this psychological growth in our mind, how it is happening there. So I think it is good to
Yes,
talk that too.
we have a topic for next week, right, Bante?
Yes, Bante.
It's to
Thank you, everyone.
take
So
heart.
I think
I think that's right.
just remember that thoughts are not real, and they can be useful, but we have to be cautious about thoughts. So let's use our body. Let's use our breath. Let's use our awareness itself to manage our thoughts.
So next week we're going to argue against Descartes. There, I think, therefore I am.
Mhm.
I think, but I can let go.
Yeah,
The best way is to, I think that I can let go.
Let's move to the other part.
Okay, but thank you. Okay, please turn to page 14. Transference of merits. We had a nice meditation and a nice discussion, wonderful, useful discussion and our meditation. So with these practices that we acquired much merits. So now it is time to share these merits with all our departed relatives and all the sentient beings. May our relatives, departed relatives, share our goodness. May they also be happy and rejoice our goodness. Idam me ñātinang hotu sukhita huntu ñātayo. Idam me ñātinang hotu sukhita huntu ñātayo. Idam me ñātinang hotu sukhita huntu ñātayo. Transference of merits to all the sentient beings. All the beings who ever accept and able to share our merits, may they do so. Ittavatajayanhi sambedang punya sampadang sambe deva anumodantu sambe sampanti siddhya sambe bhutanumodantu sambe sampatti siddhya sambe satta anumodantu sambe sampatti siddhya. Wish for the well-being of the world in English. May the weather be blessing. May the people prosper in their lives. May there be peace and happiness in the world. May the rulers be righteous. May all those who are suffering be free from suffering. May all those who are in fear be free from fear.
May all those who are in grief be free from grief.
May all beings be well and happy. Aspiration.
May this wholesome act quicken the liberation of my mind from mental defilements. By virtue of this wholesome act,
may I never follow the unwise people. May I associate with good people
until I attain Nibbana.
Purification.
If by body, speech, or mind I have done wrong, I acknowledge them all in front of the Tathagata of great wisdom
and
and determine not to be
hateful. Notice blessing service. Now we are going to chant the discourse on loving kindness, Karaniya Metta Sutta, originally uttered by the Buddha with great compassion for all living beings. So we wish that may you all receive the blessings of the great compassion of the Buddha. With these blessings, may you all be well, happy, and receive good health and healing. And you may also recall to your mind whoever you want to share these blessings with your family members, relatives, friends, or the people who are sick. Recall them to your mind and share these blessings with them too. May you all receive these blessings. May you all be well, happy, and peaceful. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Karaniya matta kusalena yantang santang padang abhisamikche sakko juche sujuche suacho chansa mudu anatimani santunsa koche subharoche apntakikunchoche sallamukavunti santindriyoche nipakoche apntakambo kulesu ananugindo lache kundang samachare kimchena vinyo pare upavadeyum sukino vakimino huntu sabbe santa bhavantu sukhitantai kechipana bhutanti tasavatavrava anavasesādhikāvā ye mahantava majjimāransakānukatulādittāvā yeva addittāye ca dure vasanti avidure bhūtāvā sambhave sīvā sabbe sattā bhavantu sukhitantāna paro parang nikumbite nāti mangvite kanta cinang kanci vyārosena patiga saññānañña maññamsa dukka micciye mātā yatāniyang puttang ayusa eka putta manurakke vampi sambha bhutesu manasang bhavaye aparimanang tanca sambha lokasmin manasang bhavaye aparimanang
Sangam Adocha Tiriyang Chayasam Badang Averang
Asapattam
Titang Charang Nisinno Vasayano Vayavatam
Mindu
Etang sating aditteya brahmamitang viharang idamahu
Tincha anupagam
dansanena sampanno kamesu vinaya gedang
Yatu
gambaseyang punareti Etena sancha vajjena sottite hotu sambada etena
Sanjay
vajjena sambharogo vinassatu etena sancha vajjena hotu te jaya mangalam Sabbitiyo vivajjantu sabbarogo vinassatu mate
Bhavantu
Antarayo sukhi digayuko bhavatu sabba mangalang rakkantu
Sabba
devata sabba buddhanubhavena sada sutti bhavantu te bhavatu
Sabba Mangalam
Rakkantu sabba devata sabba dhammanubhavena sada sutti bhavantu te bhavatu sabba mangalang rakkantu sabba devata sabba
Sanghanubhavena
sada sutti bhavantu te.
Let's spend a moment of reflection. Reflect your own good deeds, kind deeds, done today, yesterday, or day before yesterday. Whenever you have done whatever kind deeds in which you helped someone during last few days, few seconds, let's rejoice those kind deeds. Repeat after me. On this day, or in the past, if I have done kind deeds
If I done kind deeds
to other beings,
with
with my body, speech, or mind,
my body, speech, or mind,
whether great or little,
whether great or little,
here before the Buddha, I call to mind those kind deeds, and let my heart rejoice.
and let my heart rejoice.
I rejoice in those kind deeds,
I rejoice in those kind deeds,
appreciating the opportunity to be helpful to others.
appreciating the opportunity to help others.
I rejoice in those kind deeds,
I rejoice in those kind deeds,
wishing more opportunities to practice compassion.
wishing more opportunities to practice compassion.
I rejoice in those kind deeds,
I rejoice in those kind deeds,
resolving not to compare myself with others.
resolving not to compare myself with others.
I rejoice in those kind deeds,
I rejoice in those kind deeds,
and gladly share this joy with all beings everywhere.
and glad share this joy with all beings everywhere.
May my kind deeds
May my kind deeds
relieve the burdens of other beings.
relieve the burdens of others.
May my kind deeds
May my kind deeds
shield me from all dangers and pain.
shield me from all dangers
May my kind deeds
May my kind deeds
and merits that come from them
and the best that come from them
help me in freeing my heart.
help me free in my heart.
Now recall to your mind a kind deed done by someone else, whether to you or others. if somebody gave you something, if somebody was there at least to listen to you, somebody showed some kindness, compassion towards you, let's rejoice those moments. On this day, or in the past, if I have seen or heard of the kind deeds done by others, with their body, speech, or mind, whether great or little, here before the Buddha, I call to mind those kind deeds, and let my heart rejoice. I rejoice in the goodness of others, being always ready to praise kind people and follow their example. I rejoice in the goodness of others, appreciating that there are many good-hearted people in the world. I rejoice in the goodness of others, expressing gratitude for any kindness done. May the kind deeds of others bring safety and happiness to many living beings. May my kind deeds of others foster gratitude and fellowship among many living beings. May the kind deeds of others nurture goodness in me and many living beings. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Okay, Bhante, any announcement?
Our Katina ceremony, the annual robe offering ceremony will be on 24th of this month. This will be our first ceremony in this new center. And you should have received an email, but we will send more details later. We will have a physical gathering for the ceremony, but with, following all the health guidelines. But remember, 24th is our robe offering ceremony. Katina ceremony is an important ceremony, so please plan to attend.
Okay, Bhante, thank you. Thank you for all our friends who are joining with
It's better to come. Oh, please. Yes, thank you. It's ready to go. Funny.